Hello everyone, welcome back for another Star Trek Discovery official Starships collection review. I have in front of me the U.S.S. Clarke NCC-1661, which I've had for about a couple of weeks now, so I'm sorry, I'm just now getting to it. Life happens, work, things of that nature. So yeah, it's come in a cool looking box as they always do, and so I'm going to not do too much rambling and just jump right in. All right, here we are, issue number 9 now. So that means we've had 9 ships for 9 months, really. Magazine, pretty interesting view of the cover, well, of the ship on the cover. Not a bad image, if I may say so. It is considered, forgive me if I get this wrong, Malachowitsky. Hey, Malachowitsky class, launched in the 23rd century. And 277 meters long for its length. You open the magazine, and of course the format is pretty much the same as the others, with more information and how to put the model on a stand. Of course, affiliated by the Federation, and the rest of the information basically just repeats what's on the cover here. And you open up to this pretty interesting and cool centerfold here. Unfortunately, there's not much to say there other than a single one-liner. And I guess I was wrong, because there's a little bit more text down there at the bottom there, as well as some other views of the vessel. And finally, here's the designing of the U.S.S. Clarke. And so this section probably takes up the most of the magazine and has the most amount of information in it, in case you're interested. And more on that with concept art, etc. And more on that. And that pretty much wraps up the magazine with one more page and a couple more images, and just showing you what's coming up next, or this month now. So that ought to be interesting to get. And the back, this magazine on the back has a cool image of the ship there as well. So not a bad magazine. You know, it's always nice to have the behind the scenes stuff, especially the designing process, to kind of figure out where their head's at. So yeah, and now without further ado, I'm going to put this aside and get to, of course, the model itself. Okay, and here it is, the U.S.S. Clarke NCC-1661. Not a bad model. I must say this about the Star Trek Discovery Starships collection. Personally, I have not been I'll just put it this way, as I've said in other videos, I'm not a real believer of Discovery. That is, I'm not in the camp that just loves it and adores it for everything that it is. To me, it's one big, massive canon slap in the face, and all the things wrong with it. I will say, so the ships are cool for the most part, and that is why I'm getting them, even though they look more 24th century-ish as opposed to being 23rd century-ish looking. And I love my ships. I love ships in all of Star Trek. That's just one of my things. So I will say that the quality across the board for almost all of these ships in the Discovery collection so far have been top-notch, from the various Klingon vessels to all of the Starfleet ships, which is pretty much the majority of what we're getting. The quality is just top-notch, so that's something to be very grateful for. And you can see the model there is pretty big. You can see how it fits between my 2 fingers here within my hand. And for size, you can see how it fits in the palm. The registry is very nice, bold, very crisp, of course, and white lettering, which is kind of a difference in contrast to the black lettering that we're used to seeing on Federation starships. The registry is again repeated on the underside, as well as the U.S.S, which is something that most starships don't have underneath. It's just the registry itself. The deflector dish is right there, kind of tucked in. You have to look and see it very closely, but it's there. It doesn't appear to be painted anything differently, which is kind of a bummer. Would have been nice if it were blue. But yeah, and you have your registry number on the warp nacelles themselves on both of them. And is there a Starfleet stripe? I don't see one, but there is a lot of paneling there. You can see the real good detail, which is pretty awesome, I have to say. And also, the registry is on the side of the nacelles for those who are curious. And is that a stripe I see? It's just, yeah, a white stripe. It's a cool looking ship. Definitely looks Starfleet-ish. Hate to say it looks way more Starfleet looking than Discovery itself. But of course, I think this is John Eves' handiwork. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is John Eves' work. But yeah, it's a pretty good looking ship, pretty cool looking ship. The bridge is right there, it's pretty cool. I also like that if you flip it upside down, it has another kind of interesting view as well. But the one common thread that I see across all of these Discovery starships is they all seem to have some kind of resemblance to the Shenzhou. I mean, that must have been like the granddaddy of them all, right? It seems that in some way or another, if you just flip the model upside down, it bears a smaller, bigger, or close resemblance to the Shenzhou. So there it is. Looks kind of interesting if you're wondering. But it's a very cool ship. It doesn't weigh a whole lot though. This is mostly metal up here, and the plastic is down here, mixed in, of course. The struts themselves are all plastic. No clear blue or anything like that. The facades aren't painted or anything, but nevertheless, the detail is pretty crisp, intricate, and very well done. I'm very happy with this model. Again, issues with the show and production aside, this is probably one of the better things, so I'm trying to look at the glass half full kind of thing here. So definitely a cool model. And of course, if you're a fan of Star Trek Discovery, then please go out and get this. This is issue number 9 now. Yeah. And also, I don't know if I said earlier, but the registry is also on the bottom of the nacelles too. So you're really getting top-notch quality. And I just love my ships. You know, a couple of people have told me, oh, you know, you should cancel the collection. You know, you really have too many. I can never have too many ships. And as you can see to my left, they're all in their boxes because shelving space has become a premium, so there they all are. So yeah, I would definitely recommend you picking this up. It's definitely great and worthy to be in your collection. And if you have any questions about it, please drop a line down below, and I'll, of course, do my best to answer you in some way. Yeah, it's a cool one. And if you get it, I think you'll see that it's cool as well. Personally, as far as the show is concerned, I would like to, as far as ships are concerned, I would like to see this design or the designs of Discovery kind of evolve and move toward the ship styles that we are used to seeing from the original series onward. Especially with the cylindrical nacelles. I mean, I know we got that in the Disco Enterprise, U.S.S. Enterprise, which is the first time we've seen cylindrical nacelles really in the show. But I would like to see the ship designs move more in that direction. Just a thought. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, live long and prosper. And I'm going to show you what this thing looks like on the stand, and that's pretty much it.